War for the Planet of the Apes. I came out of this movie with one thought in mind. Man, this is going to be so tough to beat in 2017. And this is the third entry in the series. Usually, by the third movie of the series, the quality significantly drops. But this is arguably the best movie of them all. I can only think of a few trilogies that are solid all the way through, but now I can add this one to that list. The premise of this movie is that Caesar and his apes are forced into a deadly conflict with an army of humans led by a ruthless colonel played by Woody Harrelson. After the apes suffer unimaginable losses, Caesar wrestles his darker instincts and he begins his quest to avenge his kind. First off, War of the Planet of the Apes starts with an action sequence right out of the gate. It kind of reminded me of how Saving Private Ryan started. Just two different armies trading blows. At the end of the day, this is a war movie. And I believe that every good war movie is one that demonstrates the brutality of war, and this is something that this movie does very well. One thing that played a huge part in that was the music. The music in this movie was absolutely phenomenal. Like I said, it made those war scenes feel so much more heavy, and it induced dread and intense moments that just forced you on the edge of your seat. But with that being said, this movie isn't all action. It really focuses on the drama as well as heartfelt moments. There are times where you will want to cry, but I seriously think that this movie does have a great balance between action, drama, and story development. I also really enjoy that the movie explored the theme that some apes are good, some apes are bad, and some humans are good, some humans are bad. There's not one completely perfect side, which brings me to Woody Harrelson's performance. It's outstanding. There's a scene where he's explaining to Caesar why he's doing what he's doing, and his dialogue, his expression, his emotion, it's just so captivating. Even if his character comes off as bad or absolutely insane, you can still understand his reasoning and where he's coming from. It really made you understand both sides of the story, and that's not something many movies do. Andy Serkis' performance as Caesar was flawless as usual. Give this man an Oscar! Next, there's a specific character I'd like to talk about, and that's the comic relief character whose name is actually Bad Ape. An issue that often occurs with comic relief characters is that they do too much and they end up stealing the show. Bad Ape didn't do that. He was just enough to add some lighthearted moments to a fairly dark movie, and overall he's a very likable character. Last but not least, this is the best I've ever seen motion capture animation look in a movie. They have every single hair, every single pore so spot on to the point where you sometimes forget that these apes aren't real, they're animated. It's incredible. I already know that War for the Planet of the Apes will remain one of the best movies to come out this year. If you haven't seen it yet, what are you waiting for? I'm going to give this movie a rating of 9 out of 10. If you enjoyed the review today, subscribe to the channel. We're almost at 100 subscribers. We're so close. I do all sorts of movie related stuff and I have more reviews on the way. Thanks guys.